Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing absolutely awesome. We're here with Kavir Suda in Dubai. As much as you know, he has been working with me for over a couple of years, and we pretty much took him from 16-year-old making nothing, seeing his twin brother making $30,000 a month, which is Savir, which is also here in the apartment, to making up to $50,000 per month on profit. So yeah, we're gonna be speaking a little bit about Kavir with today. Maybe you can present yourself.
Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kabir. I'm from India and actually got started with working with Alejandro when I was 16 after I saw my brother Savir actually work with him and get a lot of success. So I was like, I definitely want something like that too. So, I just took the risk of just taking action and getting started off with them, and just about 1.5 years later we're both here in Dubai, just recording an interview about our success story.
Yeah, so they're both in Dubai right now. I literally told them 2 years ago that you guys would be in Dubai when they were starting out. They didn't believe me at first. They thought I was exaggerating or trying to make them hyped, but it was completely true. I took them from 16 years old. They were absolute sharks. They wanted to go to the next level, and I just got them there. So we're going to be going over the process of Kavir, over his personal experience working with me, and also how much his life has changed during the process. And now being in Dubai in a 500 euros a day apartment here, so it's definitely a big change going from India. So yeah, Kavir, can you explain to us how do you start working with us? Why did you even do it, and how it felt during that process?
Right. So mainly, I just got started with working with Alejandro when I was just looking to have a strong active income online business. With which I could actually just not actually make passive income, but with something where I could even make 500, 1,000, and even $2,000 a day. Right. So that is the main thing. I was looking for a solid business where I could make and sell a proper service with a high ticket program with Alejandro. Just teach. Alejandro taught me everything about sales calls, appointment setting, the frameworks, systems, funnels, all of that. How to build all of that stuff to actually basically just deliver the best product about what I have in the industry. So I got started with my YouTube automation offer with just having a done for you service, and with the help of Alejandro, I was able to basically just scale that. And before working with Alejandro, I was just seeing my brother work with Alejandro, and when I saw that before working with Alejandro, I just started to do it myself before working with him. So that was the time when I was just trying to do everything myself, and trying to outreach to clients, doing follow for follow, all these low end tactics, just to get new clients. So with myself just trying to do all of that, I was hardly able to make about 1K or 2K a month. That was also very consistent. I was relying on only one or two clients, and that was really not the best way to just rely on a few clients, just to pay you every month. And
Not a
if
good
you're
strat.
yeah, if you're in that position, you just become a slave to your clients. You try to serve them 24 hours, and that's impossible. So basically, after that, I finally decided to take action, just like my brother, and I decided to join Alejandro. And this was basically the first time I ever made any form of investment, whether in myself or in anything else, because I was, just I had that scared mindset of, not investing, and I can do it myself, and that just a scared mindset. But when I actually invested and got started with him, just the income just went up and up. And the first month of us working together in his base mentorship at that time, I just had my first month itself, I made more than $10,000, which to me was crazy. So I told Alejandro that when we were getting started, I was like, when do you think that we'll hit 10K months? And he just said, be patient and we'll just immediately hit that. And I was like, oh, maybe not. So I was very skeptical at that time. But after that, when I just did everything that he told me, the first month itself, we hit a 10K month. And after that, we were just consistently in 10K months. So it was not just a one-time blunder or a one-time lucky thing. We repeated that every month, and then we went from 10K months to 20K months, and then to 30K months. So that was also crazy, right? And from there, we went to 43K in a single month. Then we also hit 50K in a single month. So again, that's just pretty crazy. I was just thinking, how can I make that kind of money at 18? Now I'm 18, so I just hit my first 50K month last month. So that was amazing, and it's still pretty unbelievable to have that. Just that I can just run this business from anywhere in the world and make more than 50K a month, and then just keep that consistent level, and also grow to bigger numbers, and just work from anywhere in the world. And I don't have to slave 8-10 hours a day. I have a proper sales team, we have proper systems, right? So it's all it's all coming to place. All I do is just buy ads and just work on the business and stuff in the business, and we just keep scaling every month. Every month we're just hitting a new record month, and that's just amazing.
Man, your experience in working with us has been absolutely amazing, man, and it was really cool because when Xavier was making $30,000 a month just 4 months after starting to work with me, then I contacted Kavir because he was interested, and then we just jumped into call. I told him, look, man, your brother has been doing insane. I obviously cannot guarantee you will do the same, but I'm going to work very hard with you to make sure that we get you incredible results like we do with our clients. And I remember like the first week you already closed like 3,500 euros, and then 6 weeks into it, the first 6 weeks, it was $25,000 in pure profit. Like first 6 weeks starting from zero. And I can tell you, like this guy was so bad at selling. He didn't know how to do anything on Instagram. He had no experience. Like he just saw his brother do it, right? But he didn't know anything. And so we started going into it. I taught him how to sell. I taught him every single part of the business, how to utilize Instagram without websites to make a lot of money. And well, from there, everything is pretty much history, right? You have already told your story, so.
Yeah.
It's been a good experience. How has it been working with me personally? I mean, I work very personal with every client. How have you seen that experience is?
So it's been very personal working with Alejandro. I had Slack support. We had one-on-one calls together. So he was sending me like 10-15 minute long voice messages even, which was so which was so valuable. I would be able to listen to that multiple times just to get something clear. And if I didn't have clarity, I could just ask him any questions, and he would just take his time to send more voice messages with more details, just to answer all of my questions, to make sure that I can actually have clarity and grow the business. So in terms of the support, it was amazing. We had weekly 2 one-on-one calls, and we also had Slack support. So that was, I was able to get as much information as I needed to just crush it. He was also, at that time I was doing sales calls myself, and Alejandro, which is something that I didn't expect from anyone, he was also reviewing all of my sales calls and, just giving me ton of feedback for, me to just improve on my sales, how I actually pitch the product, all of that. So we were able to really scale pretty fast and improve because of, having that support.
Yeah, dude, I saw literally every single one of these guys' calls. We had multiple months working on a sales call because he didn't really nail it down. But then from there, we just made sure that he has extremely good skills to sell to anybody in any call. And now he has everything delegated, so he doesn't even need to do sales calls anymore. But obviously, the process of learning a skill is extremely important. I mean, how I see a lot of people just delegating everything without knowing, and then they depend completely on those people, right? And if those people go out of the business, they're pretty much sold. But learning the skills first and making sure that every single one of my clients is extremely independent before moving to any other venture or before delegating anything, I think that's one of the most important things. Kavir, after so many months working with me, pretty much a year and a half working with me, pretty much crashing it together, man. Would you say that now you are completely safe to build any business you want and you know how to do it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I just feel like even if my business goes away, or maybe Instagram deletes my page or whatever, that's really not gonna affect my business in a crazy way, because now I actually have the skills to build it all again. Pretty much, just even with a new offer or with the same offer, I have the confidence that I can actually just build it up again. It's nothing crazy when you actually do understand how it works, and I can literally build up any business in pretty much any niches, because I just know how to do that. And that is very important, to just have that foundation and that confidence that you can do it even if it falls apart. Because in businesses, for example, there are a lot of people that fail, a lot of people don't succeed, a lot of people don't take enough action, and then they see that, oh, this is what happens in business, you just lose, and then they just quit, they just start looking at jobs. So again, that's why it's important to actually learn everything and have the skills to actually build it up again if you need to.
And I've actually had a few clients that have been in that position. They have had, their page completely swept away because maybe a competitor tried to take it away, or anything of that. And I've had many clients do that, and just as Kabir said, they were always able to obviously get it back, with my help and going into the calls, and especially with the skills they already learned, they were able to just start another business. Like I've had a couple of clients go through that. So yeah, once you learn these things and once you know what works, you will be able to achieve success. The thing is that there's too many people out there teaching information to thousands of people. So, they make for themselves like easily 7 to 8 figures every single year in profit. But what happens is that they have thousands of clients that don't know really well how to do stuff. They don't really understand anything. They just had a process, copy paste process that doesn't even work because it worked 1 year ago, not anymore right now. But with my clients, like for example Kabir, what my intention is that you start with already your business, or from the beginning if you have nothing, and then from there we can take it, multiple steps away. And my goal is for the long term to be independent and that you are capable in all realms of entrepreneurship. So Kabir, I would like to ask you, man, what was the month that you said, like, oh my God, this is absolutely ridiculous?
Oh, so that was the first month for sure. So just, and like I said, starting off with the first month, he told me that we can hit 10K very soon. I was very skeptical because, if you just put yourself in my shoes, you look at someone who is just in high school and, he's 16, he's in India or any third world country, and, he just, he's never seen success. He's never had a good environment around himself. And, all he has is a word from someone he met online. So it's not quite easy to just trust that and do that. So that was why I was very skeptical in the start. But I was just like, okay, it doesn't matter to me. I'll just go all in and I'll just see what happens. I have my entire life ahead of me. It's not over yet. I can still just break out of the normal traditional just going to school, college, and jobs. I can break out of that. So, that's the thing. The first month was crazy. So that's when I was just, very, very shocked.
Yeah, and the funniest thing is that now, while he was talking right now, I just had a sale from my Instagram business. So, like, you can see you see the Stripe notification, right? So, like, that's what happens when you have a business that is well set up and you don't spend so much time on websites or funnels in the beginning, especially if you are making less than 25,000, 30,000 a month. It makes no absolute sense to have any funnel. We can do everything on Instagram, and with, Kabir has been the same until he hit 33, 34,000 a month. We didn't even touch ClickFunnels. We didn't touch email automations, nothing, because it's so much easier, so much more direct, and so much better for both the customer that will buy from you, but also the business owner, to just do everything on Instagram. And once you have everything on Instagram, when you plug in the funnel with everything else and all the systems, it just scales so much easier, so much faster. And it just compounds much faster in every single aspect. And not just that, but you don't depend on any website or Facebook ads or TikTok ads that they can just take your business down in a second. I have so many friends that their whole business is just a funnel. And it's crazy, right? Because they can just get banned in Facebook and boom, they have no business, they cannot pay their employees. Having a community on Instagram and knowing how to truly monetize it, it's the key to make money on 2023 and forward. And right now we do Instagram because it's the best one, but in the future, if there's any better one, we will adapt to the new one, because the whole concept is once you have an audience and you know how to nurture it properly and you know how to sell to it properly, you can do whatever you want, as much money as you want. So Kabir, I know a lot of people see you, right? A lot of people from India, a lot of people from US, a lot of people from Canada, and they see you pretty much as an example, and they some of them don't even believe that you're making this amount of money at 18 years old, and that we have taken you from literally zero money. What would you tell to people that are looking at this? They want to do it, but they're very skeptical.
So I would just say that, that skepticism, it's usually just inbuilt with you. It's just a mindset problem. And if you just change your mindset, the way you think, the way you see things, that you actually believe that there is abundance in the world, that's when you will just start to believe, okay, yeah, that is possible. And if you just have the mindset of no, it's not impossible, and if you just half step into anything, you'll not get anywhere, because you just limit yourself on a mindset. You just limit yourself, no, it's impossible. So if you just think like that, you'll never do the enough action, you'll never take the enough steps that are necessary to get to that first 10K month, get to that first 50K month, right? Whether your goal is that or something else, right? It just starts with just having the right mindset and not limiting yourself, right? So that is the main thing. So if you're already skeptical, if you're already just making reasons to convince yourself to not do it, you're already losing. You're the reason you're not moving forward. There's nothing else. It's not because you're in a third world country. It's not like there are not enough opportunities. It's not like the niche that you want to go into is saturated. There's too much competition, or it's just impossible. So there's nothing like that. The only thing holding you back is usually yourself.
I 100% agree with you, man. Most people are just limiting themselves constantly. Most people just think that everything is a scam, that they will not achieve anything in the planet, that they will not achieve anything in their life, and then they don't achieve anything, right? It's very simple. Like, if I know that I'm going to be building these buildings, right? I'm the sheikh of Dubai. I will build them, right? Because I know I will do it. I will gather all the resources. I will do everything necessary, no matter what, to achieve that. But if I have a desert and I'm like, oh, it's very hard here. There's barely any water. Nobody knows us. Oh, we would just chill here. Nobody would know Dubai, right? And now it's the best city on earth, right? My clients are here, moving here, all of them. They have all the companies here. I am living in Dubai already since a couple of years ago. So, that's what happens when a person has a vision and they truly believe that they can achieve it. And even if they don't truly believe they can achieve it, they still go 100% into it, because they know it's going to be better to do the best and try to get their goals and achieve the best life they could ever have, instead of just lying down in bed and just eating hamburgers and watching Netflix, pretty much, right? Yeah. Especially with all the economic turmoil that's coming, it's by far the most important time ever to start your business. And I also think it's the easiest, because everybody's online, everybody's just buying stuff, right, to get out of their stress, and everybody wants to spend their money. They're not really saving any money. So if you want to start your own business, I'm very sure right now it's the best time ever to do it, especially utilizing Instagram to get to the next level. So Kavir, do you have any last words that you would tell people that want to start, people that are fearful, and people that they want to achieve more? They want to be like you, or they want to be like me?
Yeah, so my last word, or the best advice that I could give you is, just, I guess, believe in yourself truly. And it's very important to just set goals for yourself. You don't have to compare yourself to other people that you see on social media, because they're even if they're way ahead of you, the chapter that they are in is very, very different. You're in your chapter 1 where you're just figuring it out, and they're in their chapter 20 when they're actually scaling. They're thinking, or they're when they make like 20K, 30K, that's a bad month. And when you see that, you're like, oh, this guy's crazy. But again, that's because you're comparing yourself
to... actually true.
Yeah, so that's because you're comparing yourself to someone else. And, it's really not the same position. And if you do that, you'll get discouraged. And then you'll just not start. And you're just going to be in the same position as you are in right now. So just set goals for yourself and see how you improve, instead of, how other people are doing. And, just look at yourself, set goals, that, I will wake up today at 7 a.m. I'll go to the gym. Now, actually, in terms of monetary goals, I have to make 10K a month. Right, and I have to do that starting this month, not the next one, not the next quarter, not the next year, right? I have to do that from this month itself. And then what happens is, I've seen that people when they're also scared to set some goals, like they're scared to set a 10K a month goal, because then they just think that it's not going to happen. And when they just have that, again, limiting mindset, and when they're halfway through, they just lower their goal. They're like, oh, 2K a month is better. I'm going to get that. Yeah. And if I get that, I'm going to be happy. So they just lower it down. And again, that's really not the way to go, because if you do that, you just, tell yourself that to not even work for the 10K a month. Because again, honestly, it's going to be better if you just go all in. You just do that for the 10K a month instead of 2K a month, right? So, if you're short of the 10K a month, that's 8K or 9K, that's still better than what you were doing last month. So again, just set huge goals, and never just change your goal, or never change your goal based on your results. Just keep going, and if you're not going to believe in yourself, no one else will.
Thank you so much, Kavir, man, for having you here. I'm extremely proud of you, man. We have achieved so much from 16 years old, and now with these incredible views here in Dubai, man. I'm so proud of you. You're the best, Kavir, man. Let's do some jet ski tomorrow. That's